I mean, restaurant industry's tough right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of started out with that, but there's a lot of closed.
It's cyclical. It's, things are gonna, have to change for some of us in the sense that we're gonna have to adapt to, again, whatever the climate dictates. And I don't want to be too pessimistic. I think that at the end of the day, we're all gonna be okay. Well, not all of us. I feel really bad for those that are closing, and it's very, very unfortunate. Again, having closed my own, I know how much emotional, because you invest so much time and energy and money into a project. It's really tough to let it go, and you feel this real sense of loss. It's devastating. But as an industry as a whole, I think we'll be all right. We've been through so much, and if COVID taught us nothing, it taught us that we have to adapt. We have to rethink the way that we do things. So it's just going to mean that we all have to take a long look in the mirror. What I want people to know, I think, just go out, support your local stuff, man. If you're 5 minutes from an Applebee's and 5 minutes from your local burger joint, go support your local burger joint. They really need you right now. This is especially, or if the burger joint's 7 minutes away and they're maybe 10% more expensive, chances are you're going to get a better product. It's probably worth that 10% more. And what's an extra 2 minutes? Go out of your way maybe a little bit to, 5 people tonight, 5 people tomorrow night, 10 people next night. That could be the difference in whether a business fails or succeeds this time and during this climate.
Might pay the utility bill.
And that could literally be the difference between success and failure that month. And if you got a few bad months in a row, it can be devastating, especially with the weather and all these things, that
bridge closures, all kinds of weird stuff.
All those things that are really impacting business for a lot of people. So just maybe consider that, and not just restaurants. Do you go to the mall or do you go to the little shop? Do you go to Findlay Market or do you go to the big big box store? I'd say try to support your small local independents.
All the money's staying here, man.
That's right.
That's the reality.
And that's the reality. And then if if I'm gonna then spend my money in the local economy too, so it's a win-win-win-win-win, man.
Yeah, there's something to
tax revenue, all that stuff.
Same thing. Yeah, I think there's something special about also having a restaurant or two that you're just really comfortable at.
Mm-hmm.
There is something about that, like that local restaurant that you feel like it's a part of you and the people, and that's worth a little bit extra.
Mm-hmm.
I know that is.
Yeah, and maybe the Applebee's has somebody there that is going to make you feel that way, potentially. But generally speaking,
my argument is the money's staying here.
Generally speaking, that burger joint in your neighborhood, the people are going to be more invested in making sure that you feel special, that you feel welcome, and that they develop that rapport with you that makes you want to go back. And it feels like Cheers. It feels like that place that you just know, like as soon as you think about it, you go, man, that place, I'm going to
feels good.
Yeah.
And I mean, you were really a huge proponent of like local farms and stuff, right? That was
still am. Never going to.
Is that hard? Is it, even as an operator though, is it hard to have that approach?
It's hard for a lot of reasons. I mean, one, you have to, instead of calling one big box distributor, right? You got to reach out to 8, 10, 12 different farmers. So that takes up a lot of time. It's generally a little more expensive, but and just looking at it, at first you say, well, it's more expensive. The carrots are, $3.49 a pound versus $3.29 a pound from the big distributor, but those carrots are going to last longer. So, we all know you go to the grocery store, you buy, certain products.
You don't need it all.
You don't need it all. It ends up in the garbage. So, was it worth saving a penny here or a penny there? And then at the end of the day, we're talking about keeping it in the local economy. I want to support them. They're a vital part of, what makes up a city, I think, or a community. And the last thing is it probably tastes that much better. So, why am I going to sacrifice, my job is to put the best thing on the plate possible and not fuck it up. I want that carrot to be so delicious that I don't feel the need to do a ton of stuff to it to make it delicious. So it makes my job easier in a way. It's harder because I got to source from all these different people. But, starting with great products, when people say, I want to learn how to cook, the very first thing I tell them is go learn how to shop. Because when you shop for good ingredients, you've already done half the work. Now you pick up a few techniques and inevitably you're going to make good food. But if you start with shit products, even the best cooks, even the most talented of chefs, is going to struggle to put out a good dish.